Hold up. Hey guys, Bully and Murfitt here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update of what's happened because I've not filmed anything for a while or put any videos up. And yeah, let's get into it. So, for those people that follow me on the community tab on YouTube, you'll have seen that these units are up. And so are they! So I am super happy that the actual units have been put up on the wall. I do need to sort of sort some stuff out. And what you may have also noticed is, behind me, is my little estate. And yeah, the plan is that now this is moved from over here to be able to start work on it. So while it's here, I'm going to show you down the passenger side of the car, which I failed to do in the previous update of this. First of all, the garage then. Sunday I put the units up on the shelf. Now they went up pretty easily. My friend over at That Green Mini came over and gave me a hand trying to set up the welder. The welder itself was actually really good, and it's just down here. So I messed up with the worktop a little bit by cutting it wonky and short in places and a bit too long on the side. But what I've done is, rather than having a double unit at the bottom, then a little single and another single, I put a corner unit. So I've got a double, a little single, and then a sort of full-size single. My welder's gone in there. The toolbox is budged up a little bit, so it's now free of that window, which means there's a gap down the side, which everything can just get budged up. A bit more space down there for my other toolbox. So that's fantastic. The other thing I did was down here, I moved all of my engines. So there's 5 engines there. There's another engine out in the trailer outside. And they were moved from along this sort of central corridor. And yeah, they've been moved at the back, so I can now get access to the workbench and the cupboards. These can get access to. All of the boxes have all been stacked up behind the Mini. All the tyres have been stacked at the far side of the Mini as well. I put the roof rack back on the Mini, and all the panels up there are actually the panels for this baby. And I've parked it in a way that I can't get to it from the passenger side, but if I want to, I'll open the front door, walk around the driver's side, get in, and I can drive straight out. It's a great little cubby hole. Units and stuff which I have no use for, they're going to get chopped up, and firewood. I've got all these sort of fascia boards as well, which are going to be, again, firewoods. Most of them are kickboards. And then this pile of stuff here, golf clubs, golf bags, training aids for golf, etc. They're going to go up into the loft. So this stuff along here is all going to be cleared. I guess let's get into this estate. So for those of you who don't know, this is my 1977 Clubman estate. The plan is to replace all the rust, get it back on the road, find an engine, which I've got a couple down there, rebuild an engine, get all the interior done, get it painted, and yeah, back on the road and just loving life. So I've shown you the driver's side, which is possibly the worst side, but let's take a look at the passenger side while we're here. So it's fitted with the Clubman front end, which actually isn't too bad looking at the side. The front panel is a horrific mess and actually rusted quite a bit over onto the wing. So I'm going to be chopping the whole front end of this off, and I am going to be going with a round nose front. A couple of reasons for that, which I'll touch on in a little while. So further back, the scuttle panel, although it's pretty solid, it is showing signs of rust underneath the window. So I'm going to chop that out probably here and replace the whole scuttle panel. Now I'm going to go for a heritage panel there, because I'm told the pattern ones maybe often don't have the best of fits, so I'm going to go for that. Going slightly higher up, the roof panel, looking in lovely condition. So yeah, it's rusted in the corners, and there's a little pinhole there. Rust along here, there's quite a few holes along here. There's holes across the front as well. Frustratingly, the centre of the roof is actually in pretty good condition. Going further back, and this corner is probably the best of the 4 corners. But what I have bought off of a guy in North Wales called Terry Herbert is is I've actually bought a complete roof panel. So the roof panel that he's sold me has been chopped on the A pillar, the B pillar and the C pillar. And yeah, I'm just going to unpick all the welds, cut this roof off. Probably going to actually just chop quite a lot of this off, unless I have the patience to unpick this as well. And then obviously plonk the new roof on. The new roof is red. Ooh. And yeah, it's all going to get sanded back and painted. So I've got a new roof. The passenger door has got a tiny bit of rust at the bottom, but if you remember from the driver's side, when I opened it, it was horrific. This one actually opens pretty nicely. You can't see unfortunately, but the doorstep is in okay condition. It's not the best, but it's okay. And well, you can see through the floor and the inner fitch panel, so they need to be replaced. But oh, that shuts better than the doors in this. Right, so moving further back, we've got rear quarter panel. The rot is pretty bad along there. It goes all the way along, which isn't great. And then further back again, and actually the rest of this panel is pretty good. I do have a replacement rear quarter panel. So for the passenger side then, I have panels already for this side to be sort of started, so which is why I've sort of driven it in forwards. I've got a half floor including inner and outer sills. I've got a rear quarter panel, I've got the rear valance, I've got a roof panel, and I've also got a heritage front wing. That has been gifted to me by Mark Draper, one of the guys over at Classic Mini Workshop. So Mark, thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate that. So that is up on the roof here. Now this was fitting, well, this was going to be fitted to the ERA Turbo. Repair step for the door, the door surround. Even though it's not bad, I'm going to replace it anyway just to make sure that it's matching, it's both new. I've got the bottom door repairs for both sides as well. The floor, inner and outer sills, and a rear quarter. Looking at the rear quarter from here, it doesn't actually look that bad. Apart from this bit across the bottom, I suggest that panel's actually not that bad. But the paint on it's horrific, so it's probably going to get chopped out and replaced with this new grey panel up here. That is where we're up to with this. Okay, so what else are we up to then? So I started rebuilding the rear radius arm for the subframe. I have the stuff on my laptop, I just haven't had the time to edit it yet. Life has just been pretty manic. So hopefully going to get the opportunity to rebuild that very soon. Now the BMW, the wheels are at the refurbishers as we speak. He has unfortunately hit a few glitches with those, and not entirely sure what the best plan of actions to do is yet. I have been looking into getting replacement wheels, different parts of the wheels, and yeah, at the moment, they've got 22 studs or bolts in each of the wheel to make up the split rim. Quite a few of them are snapped unfortunately, so bit of a pain, but these things happen, and if it didn't happen to this guy, it would happen to the next guy. So yeah, that's going to be coming soon with the new wheels, or the wheels as they are refreshed. I've got the subframe and the rebuild to do. I still haven't even attempted to start Gareth's brakes, and they're in that green box there, and I'm a bit annoyed with myself for that, and I'm going to try and get that done as soon as possible. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this update. I apologise if this is seen as a little bit boring. I just want to kind of keep you guys updated with where I'm at and what I'm doing, the reasons why I haven't uploaded for a while, and yeah. So one of the big jobs I had to do this year was the units. They're up, they're done. That's a big tick off my list. I've got to get the rear subframe built, the hubs built, and they are big ticks gone, and then I've got to get started on with my estate. So I am super excited. The fact that the garage all was switched around, it's looking good. It's obviously still quite messy in here, but once I get this stuff out and cleared and into the loft and whatnot, then I can crack on and get going with this build. So yeah, that is my March 2020 update. Hope you've enjoyed this content. If you have, as always, please hit the thumbs up button, comment down below, and if you can and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take it easy. See ya.